And Nigel Adderley.
Thank you, Ben. Chelsea's pre-season tour of Dublin moved south of the River Liffey to the game against Bohemians on Wednesday. And in contrast, St Patrick's have made Tammy Abraham, who scored 26 goals in Aston Villa's promotion season. Jason Cumming and Billy Gilbert, the people like Mason Mount who knew him for so much last season. This was 2-0 to North Sherping in the Europa League on Thursday. Kieran Kelly and Ian Birmingham. And that's a role which carries great responsibility, but the management team will be well aware of that. And also coming up for Chelsea in pre-season, but a very important 90 minutes coming up. And it's St Patrick's to
slip in, and it looks so natural for him. For Emerson as we speak, as Zappacosta will do it on the other side.
Emerson with that early delivery, looking for Batshuayi.
Matches continue, but I think players need to know quickly what sort of formation he's going to play.
But now just losing out. Jorginho wiring into the challenge, and now experience in English football, but here is Batshuayi who lets fly, and that's a fine save from the veteran Barry Murphy.
It's a good save, isn't it? I mean, didn't quite
now James Duna. It's a first real opportunity for St Pat's to try.
Yeah, Ross Barkley looking to, that's unlucky, a little bit heavy from Tammy, but you know what, I like.
Here come the Irish Premier League side, who were involved by. Now low in towards Mount again, who was always. He's picked out Kovacic, and it's quickly on from Barkley. And here is Emerson with the early cross in.
It's a simple tap in if he's on his toes, but you know what, this is pre-season. In another couple of games.
Terrific ball. Here is Barkley. And he's just levered off it inside the penalty area. It was a strong challenge from Kieran Kelly, and no complaints from Ross.
Yeah, not in these sorts of games, though.
Here is Mount, and then Luis, and on the stretch.
But there's gaps appearing now for midfield players, so I think I will expect a goal at some stage in the next sort of Luis. So, you know, it might soon. We talked about partnerships, and there's one coming.
Well, here is Duna with an early ball in for
this coming season.
Now Mount. It's another good ball, Batshuayi with a smart turn. And
it's a good learning curve at this stage.
We will see Olivier Giroud in the second half of Jorginho. Kovacic given the opportunity to assess his options, and that's a splendid finish from Mason Mount.
That's a wonderful goal, isn't it? I can feel it coming. It's just a question of time, but it's all about that delivery into the box and the running off the ball. And we often speak about midfield players, and we often in the past we spoke about Frank, of course, arriving in these areas.
Chelsea player now, Batshuayi. Now Zappacosta. It's beyond. So Pats look to build themselves now with Duna. Tamori again. He'll be delighted to be back in blue.
You know, if they impress, you know, they'll get their chance.
There's an opportunity for St Pat's to easier the longer the game goes on to play through St Patrick Athletic.
Great run by Emerson.
Emerson has Barkley waiting at the near post, but it's deeper, and the shots again, and the cross was dangerous.
He's done well there, hasn't he, Chammy? We had no right to get the
St Patrick's when Chelsea sent over. It was pretty much a youth and reserve 11. Played well over 50 games in the Championship last season. Batshuayi and Kovacic at back, but that's a decent ball forward. And now Markey with the break into the penalty area. It's a typical expansive ball from David Luiz, but just beyond Emerson. Now Luiz flicked on towards Abraham, it almost breaks to Batshuayi. So Pats look to come forward again with McCabe, but luckily again it could open up here for the shot, and it does, and Murphy gets something on it. So just holding on too long on this occasion. Cleary clears. Chelsea have players forward there, but now St Pat's themselves are careless.
They tried to play their way out of that, but because he's a centre forward, he just want to get back in, up front.
The early cross.
Free kicks on the edge of the box, and this will be a major part of our season.
It's Mount's delivery. Looking to work the 1-2, and he's been a tricky customer so far. Here is Birmingham. And Barkley. Now Emerson! Oh! A clean strike from Emerson. And Chelsea have doubled their lead.
Well, he gets good power, doesn't he, Emerson? I'm not too sure if there wasn't a slight deflection from a defender here as they try and block it, but he gets the strike away. It's just a question of time.
Barkley was winding up there for the acrobatics, but here is Kovacic, and it's a goal kick. And the flag's up for offside. Barkley, and here is Batshuayi, and this time Murphy redeems himself with a wonderful save.
It's good play.
Could have had a first half hat-trick here as well. Birmingham.
I think that's where the two centre forwards we have an issue with, because it's too tight, it's too cramped.
On the road again to face Salzburg and Borussia Mönchengladbach. Now Batshuayi, that's a lovely turn. Murphy this time. Zappacosta again. Chelsea have the throw-in, but at the... And it's Barkley who curls it low, and Murphy again denies him with a really good... Zappacosta with the dart, but Batshuayi looking to turn. This time
You're right, Nigel. I think they need half-time.
Markey was looking... Doom was able to recover possession, but the extra numbers and makes...
I think we could have scored more goals, but...
Some Pats looking to... Barry Murphy, the goalkeeper, made a number of excellent saves to keep his team in touch.
Given their chance by Frank.
Well, there's the bell, so it's time for the second half, so let's head...
You know, good chance of Billy to learn from them in these games. Again, will he be up to the level?
Leading by 2-0, and it could have been 4 or 5 in the first half.
Catch the eye of Frank Lampard.
There was an early opportunity for Chelsea to...
Certainly is interesting that he set it up again here for Pedro.
Now Pedro finding Giroud, who was driven wide. Palmer. And some Pats will try and dig it out with money
at youth level, but now being asked to do it at this level, it's another step forward. Touch, deliver. That's brilliant. Bodies running in the box, everybody trying to get in there, which is good to see.
He's able to clear, but the cross is eventually delivered. Now Forrester, last season. Here is Alonso. That's another dangerous ball in. It breaks to Palmer, and that's out, but typically showing the appetite to win it back. And here is Palmer now, and it's straight into the midriff of... Here is Palmer.
It's done well.
That's a sweet turn. Now Giroud looking for Pedro, and Zuma. Christian Soy, that is actually Michael Drennan, who is their top goal scorer, former Aston Villa man.
I think might be the starting man up top. You have to say, even he needs to keep impressing as well.
Madden, former Leeds United player. Quite a nurse shopping. Now Giroud. Pedro takes over. And Giroud almost finds him with the return. Pats will be making a couple of changes in a few moments. Now Toner started his career at Aston Villa. It was a decent ball there. The Dane Christensen picks out Giroud, and that was terrific. Rock Rovers in the most recent league game here, which they lost by 2-0. Alonso. Murphy, who had a very busy... Gilmore. Chelsea have the throw-in. Now Pedro, as Chelsea look to work their way down the centre, and Palmer finds Pedro, but Murphy defiant for St Pat's once again.
We're trying to be too perfect.
And that's well seen by Kennedy, picking up the loose ball, and he goes for goal himself. Off, but it's recovered well by Bakayoko. And the early cross looking for Giroud, and he was... Now Palmer, Pedro makes the run from midfield. But here is Kennedy, good cross, excellent finish. Olivier Giroud makes it 3.
Yeah, it's a decent finish, isn't it? You'd expect that on his sweet left foot. Good play again from deep. Ball won back very, very quickly and turned around so we can make another effort. Absolutely, and I think, you know, as we always say with the youngsters, you know, what they tend to do is they just definites. So I guess he'll go from there.
It was tricky play from Burns, the youngster, and Gilmore's cross. Gilmore again. Better idea of the starting 11 for the first games in the Premier League. with all of it. And of course, Jody Morris has had so much experience of dealing with young players.
Been Billy rather than Bakayoko, which is surprising.
Zuma on the stretch to new manager Alonso.
But anyway, from within the camp, that everything's not hunky-dory there, so perhaps it is a good, well, the top club that you're with. And you've got to start looking at things and saying, well, where does my career lie? And